Would I buy this bag again? Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I trust you are all doing well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and tuning in today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Barbara. I go by the name of Simple Yet Stylish on all socials, and I upload fashion and lifestyle content. So if any of those two topics are of interest to you, then consider hitting the subscribe button. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your ongoing support. My gosh, it has been such a long time since I've said that intro. For the past maybe more than a few weeks, I've been uploading fashion content on this platform as always. However, it's been either videos that consist of voiceovers, me going into certain stores, looking at things, filming, sharing things that I see in stores for you guys. So it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera like this. But anyway, in this video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be sharing with you my, let's say, 3-4 month review of my Coach Kisslock bag. Now, for those of you who are regular viewers or subscribers, you would have known that during the summertime, I purchased the Coach Kisslock frame bag, the viral bag that was sold out immediately. And I was very, very excited to get my hands on it, especially the black one, because that's the one that I was going for. And I believe I shared in that video that I will give you guys an update or a review once I've used the bag long enough to be able to share what my thoughts are on it. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So now that we've got the long intro out the way and the brief introduction about what this video is all about, let's get straight into it. So here is the bag. I hope you guys can see it. Here's the bag. And like I said, this is the Coach Kisslock frame bag. I believe this bag now comes in an additional size. I think a smaller size as well. I will pop pictures on screen for you. And like I said earlier, there are other colors that you can get. So when this bag first came, I believe it came in the black as well as a sort of like pink color and a brown color as well. The brown is absolutely gorgeous. The pink is really nice, very beautiful, very feminine. My favorite colors would have to definitely be the black and the brown because they're neutral. With any other color, they work well as a background color, and you can't go wrong with black. And I feel like this year has been my season of wearing black literally consistently non-stop. It's always been my favorite color, always will be my favorite color, and I feel like this year I've definitely executed that with my purchases in shoes, handbags, clothes, and all those things. So like I said, here's the bag. I'm just going to turn to the side so that we can focus on the bag a lot more. You can see it's very, very big. The shape of the bag is also like a big coin purse, which is really nice. It's unique. And I believe that's what drew a lot of people to this bag. It was seen on the runway during the Coach show, and everyone was absolutely loving it. And then when we saw the Sarah Jessica Parker wearing this bag, I believe that's when it officially had everyone in a chokehold, and it was sold out as soon as it hit the stores. So as you can see, I think it'll be best if I clip my microphone. I do want to hold it so that the sound is as good as it can be for you guys. So let me try and do that and use my other hand to navigate around the bag. So as you can see, I've actually put some charms on the bag. This trend has become very, very popular this year. I've been seeing people hanging labubus on their bag. Now, to each is their own, but why are we doing that? Not even we. I'm not part of that. Why are you doing that? Please don't hang labubus on your bag. But anyway, I say all of that to say the charms is a very, very popular trend, particularly this year. Brands such as Coach have really been inviting customers or clients to add those extra accessories to their bags to make it a little bit more personalized, to add more character, more detail, and to make it a little bit more fun as well. I actually purchased mine from Primark. I believe it was like £2.50. Because I'm not typically a charm person, I just refuse to spend more than £15, honestly, on a charm, because it's just not really my thing. But with this bag in particular, I wanted it as well. If I was to take this off, I would probably just add it onto my keys or something, because like I said, I'm not really a charm type of girl. So now back to the bag. It's a standard black leather, very, very nice fabric and material. I haven't had mine scratch up or anything of the sort. I've been using this bag a lot. I traveled in September, I used this bag. I traveled in October, I used this bag. I've been using it to go to work. It fits almost a lot of things that I need. I don't typically carry a lot of things anyway, but my notepad is a standard A4 size. My laptop is also the same size as my notepad or my book. And then my everyday essentials, they all fit in here. As you can see, it has the clasp at the top, or the kiss lock, should I say. So I always keep my bag stuffed. And that's because I want it to maintain its structure. Again, if you've been watching me on this channel for a while, then you will know that I love bags that automatically come with structure. So for those that don't, which is absolutely fine because it's more so the style that makes me gravitate towards a bag, I like to stuff them up, especially when I'm not using it, so that it can maintain its structure and so that the leather will stay clean and free of any creases. So I've still got all the paper in there, but what I'll do is I'll add a separate cutaway to show you guys how many things I can fit in the bag, or what I typically just put in the bag, to be honest. And inside you have an additional zip compartment over here. I believe I can show you. Is the additional zip compartment. You just open that up, and there is actually a lot of space and a lot of room in here, so you can fit those little pieces such as your feminine products, your card holder or card wallet, your keys, your phone charger, battery pack, whatever the case may be. So that's the bag. Now the other side of the bag has the handles. So where I've added the charm, that's where you pop the handles on the bag. Now I did say in my initial unboxing that I wish they had added the straps or the hooks on each side. So one on one side and one on the other side. I feel like it's not a double strap bag, so four on either side to give versatility would have been an idea, but at the same time it kind of would have made the bag look a bit messy, especially if you're using one strap on one side. But I feel like they should have put the straps on either side. And I remember I had a few comments where people were saying that it makes more sense for the straps or the hooks to be just on one side. I understand where they're coming from, and I'm open to different opinions, suggestions, and, you know, information if this is your area of expertise. However, I still stand by that, because as much as I've loved using this bag and will continue to use it, if you stuff this bag too much, it is very irritating to carry as a shoulder bag. Now, initially, when I did purchase this bag, I said that I wanted to hold it as an oversized clutch with that sort of like baggy, saggy feel, and just hold it under my arm. I have been wearing it a few times like that, especially when I traveled last month. However, there's been more times, especially when I am traveling to the airport, for example, where I just want to hook the bag or hang the bag over my shoulders. It's been very irritating, very, very irritating, because what tends to happen, and I don't know, I'm hoping this is not the case where mine is a faulty one. I don't think so. But what tends to happen is if you put items that hold a little bit of weight, like a standard weight in terms of you maybe traveling or going to work, the bag starts to open. The bag literally starts to open. Let me give you guys an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the bag and show you guys. Now, obviously, when I have my contents in here, such as my laptop, my books, etc., this automatically happens. I don't have to open up the bag. So here I am just placing the straps on securely. And then once I put the bag over my shoulder, it opens up like this. If I have like a heavy book or two in there, you can imagine how irritating this must be when you're carrying your bag and it just suddenly pops open. Hence why I feel like a hook on either side would have made more sense. So I hope you guys understood the description, or, how I explained it. And you can imagine how irritating that would be Especially for me, last month I was actually running through the airport because I almost missed my flight. I went to Atlanta and I almost missed my flight. And so when they were running me through the airport, the bag just kept opening. It was so irritating, so irritating. And even with that, I didn't even stuff the bag too much. I had my laptop in there and I had my Bible in there, and I had just my little bits like hand sanitizer, lip gloss, antibacterial wipes, but the small standard travel size. Whenever I'm traveling and I need those things, especially for like on the plane or in the airport, I always carry the travel size ones. And you know, they barely weigh anything. And so when the bag kept opening, that was irritating me to the core. I just feel like if the hook was placed one on either side, we wouldn't have that problem. Or let me speak for myself, I wouldn't have that problem because the bag wouldn't open because it's being held from both sides. So the weight is being carried from both sides, if that makes any sense. But besides that, I absolutely do love this bag. Would I buy this bag again? As much as I love it, I don't think I will. I was very excited when I bought it. I'm still happy with the purchase. In terms of cost per wear, in a short space of time, I feel like I've even exceeded the cost per wear. So I'm definitely happy with the purchase. However, it's just that one thing in regards to the straps that slightly irritates me. And so if they were to make those slight little changes, then I would buy the bag again. I don't see myself buying this bag again. No, I don't. I don't see myself buying this bag. In regards to the other sizes, I feel like they make a little bit more sense. But in terms of how practical the bags are, nowadays I'm looking for bags that are more so for everyday use and for everyday wear. This is not something that I would wear to a wedding, a party, or a very special occasion. This is literally an everyday bag for me. And when it comes to everyday bags, I use that a lot more because I don't really go out like that, to be honest. I know it's good to have a variety of bags for different occasions, but right now, I don't feel like it's the time for me to invest in evening bags or bags that are more so for special occasions. I would rather invest in everyday bags. So I wouldn't get the smaller size because I don't think I would use it that much, if I'm being very honest with you. But besides that, I would recommend this bag because I've had a few people ask me, especially since I've been back on social media in terms of Instagram and TikTok. I've had people DM me about this bag, and I would personally recommend it. If the hooks is not something that bothers you, then I would highly recommend this bag. And if you're someone that's not going to use the versatility of this bag in terms of wearing it over your shoulder or just using the strap in general and carrying it as an oversized clutch, then I would highly recommend this bag, no matter the size. But I would definitely go for this one because of the size and because of the shape and style of the bag. That's what makes it different, and that's what makes it stand out to people, and that's what makes it attractive to people. So yeah, besides that, I would highly recommend it. If not, and you're a bit like me, then I would probably say go for the smaller size because you would use that a little bit more and you wouldn't necessarily stuff it too much because of the size anyway. But like I said, if you are like me, then and you pay very close attention to literally all those things, then maybe this may not be the bag for you. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys my honest review, opinion, and just overall feedback on my experience with the Coach Kisslock frame bag. Before I forget, they've also released the same bag, this bag, with the original Coach logo or print. I will pop a picture on screen for you guys. I actually saw a creator with it on TikTok and I was like, oh, it's really nice, but I feel like it's not for me. But if it is for you and you like the Coach design and the logos, then I would say check that one out as well. It's great that they're giving us different fabrics, different colors, and different sizes of this bag because I feel like it is here to stay and it is an archive piece in terms of handbags. But besides that, I hope you found the review useful. Comment down below. Let me know if you have your eye on this bag, if you've already purchased this bag. If you have, what has your experience been with this bag so far? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification button so that you don't miss out whenever I upload a new video. Give this video a thumbs up if I haven't mentioned that already. Share it with anyone that you feel will enjoy this type of content. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.